Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
Probably the coolest thing that happened when I was in high school, I was a sophomore, the football team went to state.
Coming up today on HHS In Depth, I take a look at some former Homestead graduates who are now teachers here at the high school and a story about how much things have changed for students in today's era.
Along with Mara Nicholson's story on the FCCLA coffee bar and where you can find their new location each morning of our school day.
Plus, in sports, our fall sports season has officially wrapped up with our girls cross country team getting on the podium last week at state. I'll recap the entire fall season later in Down to the Wire.
Those stories coming to you today only on HHS In Depth.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Joel McChesney.
And I'm Megan Kelly. And Joel, the 80s, 90s, and 2000s brought many innovations in technology, fashion, and culture. But what about our very own Homestead High School? You may not realize that several of our HHS teachers are also graduates from Homestead who lived through those past decades and have since returned to teach the next generation.
My favorite memory out of school would have been when I was a senior in high school. And I was a color guard captain for the band here, and we won state finals. And so there's actually a picture in the Spartana. I am standing at the front of the whole band, and I am sobbing.
Mrs. Bowman Ashby is not the only faculty member to be a Homestead grad. Homestead's faculty alumni are many of Homestead's current staff. Not surprisingly, the current construction in the school aren't the only changes that the school has gone through.
When I interviewed here, I hadn't lived in Fort Wayne for almost 15 years, so I knew the front of the building had been remodeled, but I'd never been in it. So when I came in, it was kind of intimidating to see how different it was. The academy was also Woodside when I went to school here, so it looks a little different, but still overall the hallways are somewhat the same.
So when I was here, there were only 3 lunch mods. It was just A, B, and C. There wasn't a D lunch. And then the other thing would be we didn't have laptops, so we had to do everything not on the internet.
Above all, the rigor of Homestead's coursework seems to be the part of Homestead they remember and appreciate, along with the lasting friendships that were created.
I had a really good time in high school. I'm still friends with a lot of people I was friends with in high school. This school has really good offerings for classes. I was in all kinds of AP classes, honors classes. I never took a class that was harder in a Big Ten university than I did here at Homestead High School. The expectations were really high, and I felt very comfortable in college. You have to do a lot of work in college too, but I felt very prepared for sure.
Clearly, no matter what career you go into or how Homestead has changed over the years, Homestead prepares students for a future of success. Perhaps your future may lie here at Homestead once again.
Thank you, Megan. Well, for a lot of students here at Homestead, the idea of sitting down for breakfast each morning feels like a waste of another 15 minutes of sleep. Luckily, for those students who are in a rush each morning, FCCLA's coffee bar comes in handy for that quick pick-me-up before class. Here's HHS In-Depth reporter Mara Nicholson with the story over their new location.
If your regular coffee line is too long for you in the morning, the Homestead Coffee Bar might be a good opportunity to get some caffeine before class. But it's important to know about their new location.
We switched coffee bar locations in order to get more business from being by the community room where it was kind of slow and most people couldn't get there in the mornings or knew where we were. So being by door 1 now allows for more students to come and see us. Yeah.
You know, kind of being in the main hallway, just get a lot more foot traffic, you know. People see it on their way in, especially in the new hallway. It looks so nice. Maybe they'll stop and get something or not, and then on their way to class.
The Homestead Coffee Bar is run by members from the FCCLA and offers affordable prices so all students can enjoy.
The money goes to FCCLA for the coffee bar so we can keep supplying like the coffee and the Pop-Tarts and just keep it all running. We've got some good creamers and additives. You can choose iced coffee or hot coffee, and that's nice on like a cold day, coming and getting some hot coffee, or it's really hot in summer and getting some iced coffee.
If you would like to support the FCCLA and grab some affordable coffee, the coffee bar is open every morning by door 1. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Mara Nicholson.
We had some cloudy weather these past few days, but what does Mother Nature have in store for us this upcoming weekend? Stay with us and I'll be back later in the show to let you know.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth.
We have many different ways of obtaining school news here at Homestead, but the one that has been doing it the longest is the Spartana.
HHS In Depth reporter Jaron Ellis joins us now to tell us all about the monthly magazine.
Homestead offers a variety of different news sources, including the monthly newsletter and the weekly HHS In Depth episode. The Spartana, Homestead's magazine, is another news source that offers unique stories.
So the Spartana is media. We just do it with through newspapers. So it's like monthly news. So if you miss the HHS In Depth episode, you can go through the Spartana and see what's going on every month. We'll cover global issues, local issues. We'll just do some fun stuff. So all of our issues are ready by around the 10th. And then after that, we'll have a brainstorm meeting where we'll come up with ideas and everybody will select something that they find interesting. And then after that, we'll get to writing. Every month there's a different theme for each Spartana. So this month's issue will be dogs. So you have that to look forward to.
Along with the Spartana's magazine, they have a website that has recently been updated with exclusive content.
We're having a lot more on the website. We want to get more involved with that since it's more current and we keep it updated more. We're going to have a lot more website exclusives, just little things like Spartana people interviews and just people like man on the street type interviews, where we just go up to random people, maybe take like polls and votes on things.
If you would like to check out the Spartana's website for yourself, check out the link below. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Jaron Ellis.
Thanks, Jaron. If you are interested in attending the semi-formal this year, tickets are being sold by the student government during lunch each period. Ticket prices start at $20, but will increase in cost as we get closer to the event. So make sure you purchase your ticket as soon as you can.
Auditions for the best backup band in the land are coming up on Tuesday, November 15th at 3 p.m. in the band room. Anonymous Blue is the renowned award-winning and nationally acclaimed backup band for the Homestead Show Choirs. Interested students should stop by Mr. Shaw's classroom, room 404, to pick up music and an audition packet. Instrumentalists of all levels are encouraged to audition.
Are you interested in learning about careers in the biomedical science field? Then check out the call-out meeting next Wednesday, November 9th in Mrs. Barron's room, room 215 after school, to learn about their plans for 3 scheduled speakers this winter. The call-out meeting will have snacks and an opportunity to meet new people. After November 9th, they will only be meeting on December 14th, January 18th, and February 8th this school year. No membership is required.
Interact Club would like to thank the students and staff of Homestead. Thanks to your generosity, $801 will be able to be sent to the Rotary International to help fund polio vaccinations.
Interact Club would also like to thank the students and staff of Homestead for their support of the face painting during the football season. Thanks to you, $556.87 will be donated to Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Indiana. Be on the lookout for face painting this basketball season as well.
A staple of any school is its library. And with a new media specialist here this year directing our media center, HHS In Depth reporter Matthew Otten is in to tell us all about why you should check out our library.
The Media Center is a place where students can go and be able to check out a personal book that they would like to read. It is also a good place for students to work on homework and take the time they need to study for tests.
I've worked in a lot of different schools, but Homestead has a really special place for me because it was one of the first schools I ever taught in about 17 years ago. So it's a great school. It's high academic, but it loves all students the same. So I love being here.
Mrs. Acree said that she enjoys the daily interactions with students every day and that she works on helping students with reading and finding a book that they are interested in.
I like my daily interactions with kids the most. I get to see all different types of students that come in, all different ages of students, and I help them with different things. So sometimes we are working on reading, sometimes we're working on research, all kinds of different things, and so I like the variety of the job. What we really want is for kids to find books that they're interested in. So many times kids only read what they're assigned, and they don't think that they like reading because it's not been something they've enjoyed. Students can come in anytime during those times as long as they sign in. Students can come in during lunch. They can't bring their lunch with them, but they can still come in and utilize the library space during lunch. We have senior experience kids who come in all day long, and then we have classes that come in. So the library is open and available for students at all times. When the kids come to the library, we want them to get something that they really want to read. So a lot of times when students read in class, they're being told what they need to read, and they don't. Sometimes they connect with it and sometimes they don't. But there are books out there for everyone. It's just a matter of finding the right book, and that's what we're here to help you do.
If you ever want to check out a book or study for important tests, the Media Center is open from 7:10 until 3 p.m. each and every school day. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Matthew Watton.
Thanks, Matthew. Well, Halloween's rainy night was by far the worst weather night of the week, and it really wasn't even that bad.
Morgan Gillette joins us now to let us know if this un-November-like weather will continue throughout the weekend.
That's right, Megan and Joel. Last weekend, if you went out on Halloween night, you most likely needed an umbrella. And earlier this week, those clouds decided to linger. Looking ahead to after school, the high will be a nice temperature of 72 with cloudy skies. If you thought the cool 70s weather was long gone, think again, as our Saturday and Sundays are looking similar, with a high of 72 on Saturday and 63 on Sunday. You might want to keep an eye on the Sunday's rain forecast, as there's a likely chance it will rain. Will this mysterious nice temperature continue into next week? I'll be back later with the final check of the weather to let you know.
Thanks, Morgan. Next, and down to the wire, fall sports season has officially come to an end, and Anthony Gary will give us a recap of the successful season for our teams.
Stick around, you're watching HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. Here's this week's Club Roundup. Come to Young Progressives today after school in Mr. Smith's room, room 614. Environmental Club meets next Monday after school in room 206. Come to Film Club in room 614 next Tuesday. Students for Life meets Tuesdays after school in Mr. Tucky's room. Law Club meets in room 531 on Tuesday, November 8th. Chess Club is having a chess tournament next Wednesday in room 604C after school. Biomedical Science Call-Out Meeting is on Wednesday, November 9th in room 215. Psychology Club meets in room 714 on Friday, November 11th and Friday, December 2nd after school. To get up-to-the-minute club updates and additional information, please check out the HHS announcement page on Canvas.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire. I'm Anthony Gary. Our girls cross country team closed out the fall sports season in style. Last Saturday at the state meet, our girls took the podium with a 4th place finish.
For me personally, I was hoping to place a little bit higher, but I'm still very grateful for my 8th place finish because I know that a lot of other girls would be very grateful, I guess, to finish that high up. But the main takeaway from the day was that we got 4th, which we were very excited about because it had been a goal all season to make the podium.
Our kids showed a lot of grit. They dug in and they just kept competing. I don't think we can say enough positive about all of them because they proved to themselves that they have the grit that's necessary to be in the top 4.
Congrats to our girls on an amazing, record-breaking season. Well, now that the fall sports have finished, it's time to take a look back on all of our sports in the 2022 Fall Sports Recap. The girls golf team closed out their season with an incredible 4th place finish at the state finals. Junior Scarlet Sank finished 6th in the state individually, and the team as a whole won a sectional title. The girls soccer team finished the season with an 11-6-3 record. The girls won another sectional title in a 1-0 victory over Warsaw. During the season, Coach Link also earned his 100th career win as a coach. The boys soccer team finished the season 2-10-6. They beat Columbia City 3-1 in the sectional semifinal before falling just short to Warsaw in the sectional championship. The volleyball team finished their season with a final record of 27-7 and a sectional title. Throughout the season, sophomore Addie Tyndall emerged as a star, tallying up 359 kills on the season. Also, senior Haley Biedenbach broke the school record for assists in a career. The boys tennis team made it all the way to the Final Four in the state. The team won another sectional, regional, and semi-state title this year, and 3 people from the tennis team made first team All-State, being Stephen Meyer, Alex Graber, and Max Holliday. The football team finished their season with a 5-5 record and a 5th place finish in the SAC. The boys cross-country team season finished in sectionals this year, but they still were able to advance sophomore Aiden Wall to the semi-state round. And finally, the girls cross-country team is celebrating a record-breaking year, garnering their first sectional title since 2010, a regional title, and the program's first ever semi-state championship. Addison Canablo finished 8th in the state individually. Congratulations to all of our fall sports on their success this year. That'll do it for this week's edition of Down to the Wire. Thank you for watching, and Morgan will have a final check of the forecast when we return.
Next week on HHS In Depth, reporter Nada DeHook will bring you a story about the Homestead Band and their achievement of going to state. Catch this story and more next week.
Looking forward into next week, it looks like we will have some partly cloudy skies for most of the days this week, with temperatures ranging in the 60s Monday and Tuesday and dropping to the high 40s on Wednesday, then slightly up again to the low 50s on Thursday. November may have just started, but it looks like the temperatures these next few days will be good fall weather. Enjoy it while you can. Megan, Joel, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Morgan, and thank you for watching today.
Good luck to all of our Homestead athletes and other performers in action this weekend.
Want to catch up with HHS In Depth beyond this new show? Check out our Instagram and TikTok at Homestead Media for updates on future shows and nationwide news.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here again next week.